Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for November 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your monthly reading for November. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Now, before I even start, I'm hearing like an old-fashioned ringtone. I mean, it's like a telephone rather than a cell phone. It doesn't sound digital, but it could be that some of you are going to receive a very important call this month. Maybe it's something that you're waiting for. It's definitely going to come through for you. It seems like a positive ring. For some of you, this could also be that you have an old-fashioned ringtone on your cell phone. Okay, so please take it as it resonates. I can just hear it right now. For some of you, it could be that you literally just received a call, okay? But I feel November is going to be a period where you get an important call, okay? That's coming through very strongly. So I'm going to disconnect from that energy and move forward. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're going to ring someone that's been on your mind and it ends up being a very important call. So trust your intuition on that one. But, you know, literally blink and we are at the end of the year. I can't believe we're in November already, but here we are. And November is a month that really signals radical revolution. Every month I ask my guides to basically let me know the energy that they want me to communicate to you all. And this month, the first thing they said was November, November. We will always remember this November. So it's obviously going to be a very memorable time for a couple of reasons. Well, one of them is we are officially dialing up the heat in Scorpio season. So it's intense and it's all consuming for the collective. Time to do a deep dive emotionally, cultivate a deeper relationship with self, initiate more intimate connections with others, and ponder the mysteries of life and the universe, as well as bravely overcome any obstacles or challenges that seemed impossible there as well. Now it's time to embrace your passionate wild side and submerge yourself in knowing as well as following your heart. This month it fully supports you embracing alone time to follow anything that you're passionate about, a hobby, a sport, art, music, films. It's really time to commit to yourself fully there. Now, one of the most powerful events unfolds this month as well. Very energetic cards for you today. Now that is Pluto makes its final move into the sign of Aquarius, and it will remain there. Oh my gosh, what's going on with your reading, my beautiful Cancerians? Are some of you a little bit frustrated or angry about something here? We will tap into that. Some of you may be feeling a little bit frustrated or a little bit just, you know, fed up of things. So I'm really getting that energy like, there's your card, there's another one. So, I mean, some of you may be doing a lot of cathartic healing this month, letting something go. But anyway, let's move on. I'll tap into your personal energy in a moment because, of course, one of the most powerful shifts happen. We have that Pluto making its final move into the sign of Aquarius, and it remains there for a very long time, March 2043, and this will lead you to so many incredible personal breakthroughs, encouraging a desire to learn more about yourself, especially on a psychological level. So this is an exciting time to explore, broaden your horizons, and of course try new things. Now Pluto transforms and Aquarius pushes for social change. So technological advancements could occur during this time, new governmental structures, and a dismantling of old or outdated systems. Now, it could be that, for example, some of you are embracing like new computer software, or the way that you sign into something changes this month. It could be those new dynamic ways. So it doesn't always have to be about governmental systems or technology. basically helping you and making things easier. So I would say you may see some changes there, but also it will have a profound effect on the world at large in the following years. It's not going to all happen at once. It'll be a systematic, slow change. And the last time that this occurred was from 1778 to 1798, where we saw some of the most intense revolutions in the world, and it resulted in major changes of power, but also embracing new technology there as well. Now, also, Aquarius rules climate, so we will continue to see some very odd weather events or amplified energy that's not typical to season. And of course, we have a Uranus-Pluto partnership, which could increase the potential for volcanic plate movements and seismic activities in areas that are not prone to having them. Now, it all kicks off this month. It is a start of radical energy, but it will filter out for years to come. So on a personal level, though, you can tap right into that, and it will actually help you in so many ways. And of course, because we do have Pluto representing anything hidden, you might be prompted to actually change a password this month, or even discover a long-kept secret. You may even, have some personal discoveries that really help you move forward as well. And as we have increased solar activity recently, of course, we also have a Mercury being in retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius. It would be really wise to back up any work, save down financial statements, as power outages and the potential for them could increase. And I would also say double check any plans that you have, travel plans, check them for errors, especially date related things, because this period can really put a bit of a gremlin in the system. Mercury retrogrades can also delay results. So if you're waiting for results on anything, there may be a small delay in that, but of course, you will get the result that you desire in the month of November. Also, I would say it's very important to recognize that it may interfere with apps, social media platforms. There may be some technical glitches going on there as well during this period. But also, we have a very positive influence coming from Mercury retrogrades. On a personal level, it allows us to slow down, see minute details before moving forward. We don't rush into anything or miss something. It also encourages revamps, renewals, and gives us second chances to make long-lasting positive changes. Now, the new moon in Scorpio also rubs shoulders with Jupiter, and there is a trine with Saturn there, so it could be a perfect time for you to set a new intention and tap into that tenacity and ambition to make stuff happen on your terms, and the successful outcomes will be long-lasting. We also have the star Agal being very visible in the sky in the constellation of Perseus throughout November, so we may see a battle of positivity over negativity during this period. Dates to note are the 9th, 12th, and 29th of the month. And this could be an inner battle. Sometimes we feel really positive about things, and other times we don't feel so positive about things. But it could be something on the world stage that we witness as well happening during this month, where there's a bit of a battle, and there will be a transformative energy about that as well. And of course, Uranus, the great awakener to truth, will be strongly triggered by the full moon on the 15th of November, as they are only 1 degree apart. So we could see some shocking world events unfold or revealed around this date that truly opens our eyes, especially on the financial front, as this full moon is in Taurus, and Taurus rules finances, money, markets, real estate, acquisitions, and we may see an admission that potentially things are not as good as we initially thought financially, and even a well-known brand or institution may close this month as well. Now, this month could also see the launch of new global apps or technology that changes how we advance, but on a personal level, you may also have a shocking revelation about an event you experienced in the past or someone from your past, and this revelation helps you to move on, heal from this, and move from a place of empowerment. Uranus during this period can help you discover a eureka moment in your life as well, to move forward with big ideas and the power to transform your life in the most positive way. So I would say there's some good stuff coming this month, and the first card that you've got there is the roundabout. Some of you may feel like you're going round and round in circles on something in your mind. There is a little bit of an inner battle, very cerebral here. We have the Nine of Swords. Some of you are a little bit worried about something here. You're deep in thought. You have a lot on your mind right now, my beautiful Cancerians. But I feel like there is an energy here of, branching out or finding an alternative way that leads to the same goal. You're actually getting a wish delivered. We got the star energy. I also feel this is a month of clarity for you, a month of inspiration. It's going to be super busy, so that's why you may feel like you're going round and round circles, that you're, focusing on your responsibilities and really getting all your tasks done. I feel like there is a flurry energy about you where the pace is quite quick this month. So I feel this month seems a little bit extra busy for you. So it could be that, you are basically getting things ready for family members or friends visiting, or some of you could be trying to go on a vacation or get projects completed before you take a break in some way. But also, when I touch this card, I'm actually seeing a calendar. So some of you could be like plotting dates that are really good for you to take a break, or perhaps there's a very important date coming up in the middle of November. I'm seeing the middle of November for some reason. So I feel this could be you preparing for something or in a bit of a flurry of activity to get something done. Don't sweat the small stuff. I feel like you're going to be right on target, and I feel there is cause for celebration around this as well. Now, your 11th house is governing you at the beginning of the month, and that's all about your hopes and wishes, and your manifestation skills are going to be amplified, okay? So they're going to be stronger than usual. Set an intention and watch the universe deliver people and opportunities to help you accomplish all that you strive for. And also, you may feel a little bit more sociable than usual this month as well. Getting out there, if you're in business, for example, as well, networking, there could be some sort of event, a staff kind of event or party there that you're invited to. For some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be like mixing in new circles, meeting new people, opening new doors. And your 5th house actually is taking over, and that is the pursuit of pleasure. That is all about you having fun, letting your hair down. I feel like you're not forgetting about your responsibilities, of course, because I feel you still have a lot on your to-do list. I also feel like you're deeply thinking about something that you've been wishing for quite some time, or something that you feel hasn't moved forward. You feel you haven't achieved something, or you feel you're a little bit behind in something, whether it's a personal development project, whether it is a personal goal that you set yourself. Maybe for some of you it could be reaching a certain position in your career, or perhaps it could be diet related, or maybe you're trying to reach a certain level in a relationship and you haven't quite got there yet. Whatever it is, I feel by the end of November you're very clear that you're moving ahead and you're achieving the optimum outcome. There is a lot of celebration and success around you, but also it feels like, when you get what you want in life, and it may have taken a long time for you to get there, it's like, okay, now I got it, I got to keep it. So there is this little worry here as well about you. I would say there's nothing to worry about here. I would say that, there is a really great energy swirling around you right now. Some of you may pay a little bit more attention to sleeping patterns this month as well. I feel there is an energy of something being on your mind, especially before you go to bed. And I feel it's really important to utilize that time just before you go to bed to really manifest what you truly desire and not worry about like the worst case scenario. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that there. Now it says here, community, connections, new direction, keeping moving, controls the flow of information, solutions, circular reasoning, fluid, working parts, perfect timing, and redirect. Okay, now this is a card which indicates that some of you may be looking at things that are just not working in your life right now, whether it's a lifestyle choice, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, maybe it's a job endeavor, or some sort of connection that you have to the area that you're living in. I feel like you're looking at letting go of something that doesn't serve a purpose anymore, or you feel it's not necessary anymore. I really get a sense here, especially with that 5 of Cups, there is some sort of disappointment or something that perhaps has been a bit of a struggle recently, and I feel you are being spun off in a new direction to explore new things. And it doesn't mean that you failed in anything. So if some of you are searching for a new direction, it means you've come as far as you can in that scenario. You've learned all you need to know in that situation, whether it's with a person, relationship, or a job, or an environment. And now it's time to evolve and move on and embrace new things. This is about you sort of owning your energy and saying, enough, I want new things, I want new excitement, I want spontaneity, I just want newness, okay? So I feel there is an energy here. You may have been going round and round circles on something in your life right now, and it feels like you're not making headway. But November is the month where everything transforms and changes. And it's got something to do with something that's on your mind. You may have been at a stalemate with something, and I feel you are taking back the power and almost like giving yourself permission to let it go and clear the space for new activity, new energy, new people, and new experiences. Because you have, some energy in the resistance position at the moment, which means some of you may have put something on the back burner, whether it's a personal project or something that you love doing. Some of you may have even, been doing something that you love, but you put it on hold in order to either, raise children, for example. Some of you may be re-entering the workforce or entering into a period of being very creative. Some of you may also just put something on pause because life got challenging and you felt you had to find an alternative way. And now you're returning to something that you absolutely love. You're following your heart. But also this month is a big month for learning about yourself, okay? This is a really big deep dive, and you looking at areas in your life where you feel like you're constantly on a cycle of repeat and you feel like things are not changing, and I feel you are taking back the power to be the change that you want to see in your life right now. Now, also, thank you so much, I'm so grateful. I'm being given this very specific energy, okay? And this may not resonate with everyone, but it's coming through here, so I have to mention it. For some of you, especially if you're a parent, you may be actually controlling the information or the internet and what they have access to. So you may be actually like putting like secure passwords on there, or you may have thought, oh, that would be a great idea, but you just don't know how to do it. You'll discover how to do it, or maybe someone's going to give you the information on how to do it this month, okay? That's just coming through. It doesn't mean that you're trying to control that child. I feel like you're just making sure that they don't stumble upon things that would not be positive in their life, okay? The internet can be a bit of a cesspit sometimes, so I feel some of you are looking at that this month. And of course, if you don't have children, for example, I feel also that you are making sure that you disconnect on a personal level from anything that really destroys your mental peace. I feel you are just not wanting to connect right now, and you just want to, almost like focus on your own projects, your own responsibilities, be a little bit in your own world this month in order to focus on joy, happiness, your family, the people you really care about. It's like anything outside of yourself. Of course, you're aware of it, but I feel like you just have been so affected by energy outside of your circumstances, and it's bringing you down. And I feel like enough is enough. That's what's coming out from your reading. But also I feel you're aware that perfect timing is happening for you. It may have been a bit of a struggle, or you may have been, working hard towards accomplishing something, and you felt like you've hit a plateau and it's not moving in any direction. And there may have been an energy here where you just felt a little bit down. Okay, but I see that November is actually going to see you bouncing back, and there's going to be a lot to celebrate here as well there. Now, we've got the Five of Cups. This is your protagonist energy. Some of you are feeling, of course, things are difficult, but also shortages, okay? So if you're in business, there could be some sort of break in the chain in the month of November. However, that will improve. So I feel... don't worry about it. I feel things will start moving. Also, if you've got an important meeting or an important project that you're working on, I would say if you need any services or goods to help you with that, I would say get in there early, book it early, get it delivered early, because there may be some delays in delivery, or, there's just this energy of a break in the chain somewhere where things get delayed for you, and it could leave you feeling a little bit disappointed, especially if it's a gift for someone. That's coming through strongly there as well. Now, with that Five of Cups, this can indicate that a lot of you are focusing on your emotions this month. Very cathartic month for you, letting go of emotions that, you are outgrowing, okay? And, I'm really getting a very strong feeling from your reading, because Five of Cups with the Two of Swords, Nine of Swords, some of you may have been going through a very traumatic experience, okay? And you're healing to basically move on from something. Now, of course, trauma, very complex subject, of course, but I feel, of course, you're a very strong person, but trauma actually doesn't make us stronger. It actually changes our nervous system. It affects our digestive tract. It actually damages those areas because we become fight or flight mode. And it kind of forces a person into like hypervigilance. And some of you may have been going through that hypervigilance, being extra worried about something or extra nervous about something. And I feel like it's cost you a lot to try and cathartically get rid of those experiences or those feelings in order to survive. Because some of you, it feels like you've been in survival mode. But I feel November is a real breakthrough month for you. I feel there's an energy here of you healing from some sort of difficult experience in order to be capable to allow more joy and happiness back into your life. So I feel some big cathartic moments for you this month of releasing and being in that ebb and flow, allowing the sadness to rise and fall and let it go. Also, because right at the beginning of your reading, like your cards are like bursting out there. So some of you may have felt a very intense frustration or anger at something or somebody. It could be at life in general. Why does it have to be so hard? But I actually see a real breakthrough happening here for you and something major to celebrate. I mean, I got to be honest with you. It's not going to take away fear, okay? With the Nine of Swords there, sometimes the Nine of Swords can indicate that something in our mind has the potential to make us super anxious. But Nine of Swords can also be that some of you may have like a nightmare on something, and I feel there's this energy here of you being aware that this nightmare is not going to come true. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. So if you've been having a few problems sleeping recently, or you had a nightmare about something or somebody, I want you to be aware it's not going to come true. Okay, that's coming through very strongly, so I'm not sure who needs to hear that. But the Five of Cups can also indicate that you're just feeling a bit down, a little bit like unappreciated, or feeling left out in the cold a little bit. Some of you may actually be going through a period of grief. And if you're going through a period of grief, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. And it may feel like it's a bit of a whirlwind or roundabout of emotions. Sometimes you're feeling like you're coping with something, and sometimes you're just not. And that's okay. Okay, I see some of you may be contemplating reaching out to a practitioner, someone you can talk to. This could be a counselor, for example. I would say that you may actually just discover a counselor. It may just pop up. Obviously, do your due diligence and check their credentials and all of those things. But I see that this will really help you process some things and release, so that you can actually open yourself up to more joy and fun there. Now, also the Five of Cups, it is a card of looking at where you feel that you're not enough. Okay, it can be that you're looking at your confidence issues that you may have had over your lifespan, and some of those started in childhood. Okay, some of you may have been bullied in childhood, or you may have felt that you were not supported emotionally. You may have been told, be logical, keep those emotions under control. Sometimes, and this comes up a lot for my beautiful Cancerians, which is, if anyone has ever told you that you or your emotions are too much, it may indicate that they're just not enough for you. So I feel like you're flipping the script, as it were, of life right now. And I feel like you're just looking at your emotions, a deep dive. But this is a major card that is basically saying you are accessing and identifying what is no longer for you, so that you can let it go. Okay, I also feel there is a sadness or something that you experienced at some point in your life that has somehow colored your perceptions, that it's always going to be this way, or that you're always expecting troubles ahead or expecting difficulty. But I see things are going to work out better for you than you imagine, and the star energy is there is a brighter future to look forward to. Now, also, this Five of Cups is giving so much right now. I feel a lot of you, there is this energy of you looking at friendships and relationships in general, and how much you pour into the friendship and relationship. You're very loving and kind, and you always give so much of yourself. I feel this period is about embracing your inner confidence and recognizing that whoever walks away or steps away from you or your love or your environment, let them go, okay? And I hate this sentence. I've just been given a sentence by my guides, let them go, and who and whatever is meant to be in your life will come back to you. I really don't like that energy and that sentence because, you know, we have to be very discerning about who we allow back into our lives. So I feel like you are, strengthening your boundaries and they are healthy and high. And I feel like you're not allowing anyone to re-enter your life without making an effort or stepping up or trying to resolve an issue there. Also, this Five of Cups energy can indicate that some of you, I'm getting two energies here. I'll address the love one right now. Some of you, if you've been looking for love, you may have not found anyone and feel that you're being left out in the cold when it comes to love. Some of you may be grieving a relationship. You may have separated from somebody or have disconnected in some way, and you feel it's really hard to get over that person, and you can't see how love is ever going to come into your life. But the universe is going to surprise you. If you're vibing at a frequency of wanting to find love and you make it your priority, I always say, imagine what it is that you want just before you go to bed, before you're about to sleep. Turn off all devices. Have your attention on your thoughts. Have your attention on your visualizations. This month is so strong for you. That 11th house, 5th house is going to amplify your potential to get what you imagine. So I would say just before sleep, as you slip into the ether of dreams, visualize the sort of person you want. The universe is going to show up for you because this is like a card, especially when you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. There's a figure who is looking at 3 cups that are spilt, and they cannot see that there are 2 cups remaining, or the universe is ushering in 2 cups to highlight, you know what? The best is yet to come. You may be looking at everything that's going wrong right now, but actually, there is a time for a breakthrough, and that's happening in November, and things are about to go better for you than you planned, and you are magnifying this law of attraction. So I feel like there is a period here where you're going to see, especially middle of November, that things that you felt have been on hold or a struggle or you couldn't get, there's a breakthrough moment here for everything to work out as planned. But also I'm being given, if I move away from this love energy, I'm being given this energy of, life is life, okay? And you're in the throes of it. You're making life work as best as you know how in the circumstances that you've got. But it feels like something's unfulfilling. It feels like something is missing, or you feel, I don't know, don't shoot the messenger when I say this. There's just this, I don't want to say empty feeling because that's not true at all. You care really about your friends, your family. It's almost like there is an energy here where you feel a bit down at the moment, and I feel that you're about to get through this, and it's not as bad as it seems, even though you may feel it is right now. Now, of course, you must honor all your feelings in this moment. If that's how you're feeling, that's how you're feeling. But I want you to be aware that there is a major breakthrough here, and it's almost like there's a lot to celebrate. I also see, and this month is throwing up the Four of Wands for pretty much everyone. So it can be that you're going to see family, friends, or reunite with people that you haven't seen for a while, or just reach out to them, have conversations. I definitely see there is a person who is thinking about you right now, and they're thinking about messaging you, and you will hear from this person a lot in the month of November, okay? So whether it is a family member overseas, or whether it is a friend that you lost touch with, or for some of you, it could be an ex. I hate giving that message, but there it is. For some of you, it could be an ex, someone that you had a lot of deep feelings for. This person, they think about you a lot, but they're not emotionally available to offer you the love that you truly deserve and desire. So this could be actually a very cathartic experience for you, where you just realize that actually it's not you, it's them, and you have tried everything you can to love this person, but unless they love themselves fully, they can never offer you the love that you really deserve in this lifetime. So it kind of sets you free, and I feel that you will meet a new person in some sort of group setting. I see a lot of invitations for you, especially at the end of the month there, and I feel like you're getting out there, having fun, and letting your hair down and meeting new people. Now also, that aside, I get that this is a very productive month for you, very creative. I feel also that you are trying as much as possible to be in sync with your desires and celebrating the moment, trying to live a more present existence. Now we do have that Queen of Wands here, and with the Five of Cups there, it's like you are magnetic. You are beautiful, attractive, both inside and out. And it's not about aesthetics. People are drawn to you. You have a personal magnetism. People pay attention to you. You have a lot of power. And I also feel this energy of, people talk about you behind your back. You don't know about it, but this is not how you're feeling. So anyone could give you a compliment, and if it's not how you're feeling, then of course you're not going to accept that compliment. I'm getting an energy here of you getting a compliment in the month of November, but it's almost like you catching yourself at not being able to accept the compliment. And there lies some sort of root that you'll have to discover as to why you find it really hard to accept a compliment about yourself or let love in some way. You are lovable. Okay, so I feel this is about you learning that you are a gift. And it's almost like you've just been doing life and forgetting about yourself. But this month is all about your own needs and learning more about you and what you're capable of. But also, this card indicates that no matter your resources, even if you feel like you don't have everything you need in terms of your tools or, your resources right now, you are approaching November with a highly passionate, intense energy where you're a go-getting spirit. I feel like you're getting life done. I feel a lot of people actually admire you, and there is a person who's going to tell you that they admire you and your strength. But also this card indicates that, there are creative collaborations on the horizon as well. So you may work with family members or friends, or just get involved a little bit more in the community, whether it's through a hobby or just being a bit curious about what the community can offer in terms of events this month. I feel like you're getting out there. I'm seeing a lot of fireworks here. So, fireworks can indicate that you are working on a passion project, or you're electric, can indicate that you are following your passions. You're a bit of a firecracker. So it can be that you are being very spontaneous this month. I mean, of course, this month tends to be a month where there are lots of fireworks. If you have a pet, it can be that you're preparing to make sure that they are not overwhelmed with the loud sounds, okay? And I feel that's very important to recognize as well. But I feel when I'm seeing fireworks, symbolically, it tends to mean for me celebration, okay? And allowing yourself to be seen, celebrating yourself. Now, we've also got checkered flag. Okay, so I see that there's a project here that is on your mind, but also I feel you are going to make headway on this project. It could be a personal development project, could be something to do with work as well. I see like a flurry of activity where you are trying to finish something or get something done so you can have fun or let your hair down there as well. Some of you may also, especially if you're in a career, you may think about taking up seasonal work, or maybe even being more nomadic in your working environment. It could be that you want to work on the go, or you may even think about being seconded overseas with a company that you already work for. But also I feel some of you may contemplate some sort of business with your family, or if you're not in business with your family at this moment in time, I feel it's something that you may be thinking about for the future. Some of you may already work with family members, and I feel things have been challenging, and it's really important to kind of lay out all the ideas on the table. Some things you're going to dismiss. You may return to them later, but I feel like you're prioritizing at this time, and it's really going to amplify the business. I feel it's going to do really, really well. Things are going to pick up pace. I see more attention being on your goods or services, whatever it is that you do. And if you're in a career where you work in a company, I actually see some of you looking at the position that you're in and feeling that you've hit quite a good role, actually. You are in a good position, but you feel like something's missing. It's not enough, or you may feel that you are unappreciated or not fully supported with resources, or you feel like it's understaffed or undersupported in some way, and you feel like you're not really utilizing your skill set. You want to take yourself elsewhere, okay? So I feel like you may be waiting for some sort of monumental moment before you leave, but you may be putting the resume out there to find alternative opportunities. For some of you, you're waiting for a bonus, okay? And I feel that you will celebrate that bonus and you will enjoy it. And I see that you may be opening yourself up to an alternative opportunity. But I have to say, for some of you, an opportunity may come before you get that bonus. And you may be wondering, should you go for that opportunity and forget about the bonus, or what should you do? Now, of course, you and only you can make that decision. But I feel if you play the waiting game and don't worry about things, I feel you could have the best of both worlds, okay? So you know the strategy yourself. Now, A lot of you are trying to work really hard in order to go on a vacation this month, and I definitely see that you're going to have a dream vacation. It's going to be a wonderful getaway there with family or friends, and a lot of you, this is about you on a personal level learning to shine your wonderful light. I'm actually seeing a diamond in the water right now. Diamond. Okay, so this can indicate that you've been under a lot of pressure, but you are a wonderful person who is a great friend, and you're learning to shine your light, but also you're learning your value. Okay, so you could be looking at friendships, relationships, working environments, and how you value yourself, where you give away your power, for example, as well. But for some of you, you're waiting for the go-ahead to move forward on something. And it says here, conclusion, outcome, finale, completion, verdict, settled, results. You know, I got that cell phone call. I want to say telephone because it sounded so like old-fashioned ring rather than a cell phone ringtone, but sometimes there are like old-fashioned ringtones on a cell phone, so please take it as it resonates. It feels like an important call or some sort of result coming through, and it's really positive. It says signaling the end, finishing first, achievement, culmination, final chapter, endings, and feeling relieved. Okay, so anything you're worried about, I definitely see there is relief here. There's a brighter time ahead. I feel there's hope. Okay, so if you've been going through a period where you've been feeling really down about something, know that there is hope and there is transformation and that things are going to work out in your favor. Now, also, you may have felt that, some of you, it could be that you're leaving the rat race. You could be actually retiring, or you could actually be moving on to a different project, something more creative. Some of you could be setting up your own business, becoming your own boss, and working on your own time. A lot of you, it could be that you're working on like a personal development project. You could be doing DIY, or, you could be selling your property, or you could be writing a book or a screenplay or a piece of art. It feels like you complete something in the month of November and you feel so proud of yourself that you got it done. It's a monumental feat and it will bring so much success. There's a lot of reward around you right now, and I feel a lot of you are checking your progress. And this thing that you get really good results on, that Two of Swords, it feels like you may have been in like a stalemate position, like you couldn't feel like you were making progress or headway, but November is the month to show you that you are going to fast track or make something monumental happen for you, and there's an energy of release, okay? Because Two of Swords in the resistance position, it's like you got it in reverse. So it's like you're seeing things clearly. You don't have to compromise in any area. There's an energy here of you making a decision, sticking to that, promising yourself something, but also releasing this stagnant energy. I also see a lot of you are trying to protect your mental peace this month without distractions. You want to work on something. You may be going off grid a little bit in order to work on that. And I feel you will have your eureka moment and have that breakthrough moment as well. Now, the Page of Cups is an interesting one. This could be a person, okay? And in the resistance position, it could be that you deal with someone who is a little bit immature, someone who basically feels a little bit distant. This person, it could be that they come to you for advice and they actually depend on you for advice, but it feels very much like they are a little bit disruptive or chaotic. So it could be like a family member who comes to you for advice, and the way that they approach you, it feels very direct, okay? And there's an energy of you giving your advice. This person may not take it, okay? That's what's coming through there. And it'll make you feel a little bit like, oh, why did you ask me in the first place? But I also feel you may be a little bit disappointed that this person didn't take advice, because there is a bit of an I told you so moment coming a little bit later on. And I feel like you're the bigger person. You would never say I told you so. You're the sort of person who would let that person, make their own decisions, but ultimately I feel like you know best in this circumstance. So that's coming through because you're very intuitive. Now also, I feel a lot of you are looking at energy loss this month, looking at where you are depleted in your energy. I would say a lot of you are actually a little bit dehydrated more than anything. That's coming through there. So I feel like you'll be paying attention to that this month. But the Page of Cups, there is an energy, especially if you have children. This is a card that indicates that some of you may have been worried about you're a child, and I definitely see that there's nothing to worry about. Actually, I see your child winning something, and you're going to be so proud of your child as well, and they are really the star, okay? So I really get positive energy there. Now, of course, if you don't have children, this could be you getting to know what you're capable of, learning more about yourself on a deeper level, and it feels like your heart will be full in November. And a lot of you are going to get some news where it catapults you into the spotlight. So whether this is a reward, a recognition, an appreciation, or for some of you, it could be fame. You know, if you are someone who's online or has an online presence, you may be feeling that you're not making headway or any traction there. Suddenly, you will have a channel that completely lights up. So, I feel this is a great month for you to get a lot of attention because you've got a lot of cards here where you're gaining attention. So if you're looking for love, go out and party. Find yourself in places where you feel like you're having fun, you know, with music, festivals. I see a lot of invitations around you at the end of the month there, but I feel, you know, you are attracting people. And I feel there's one person in particular that you have not met yet that you're going to fall in love with if you're looking for love. There's someone coming in who is a romantic person who's going to message you after you meet. They're going to message you a lot, okay? And there's an instant bond. Now, also, I see around some of you beautiful Cancerians, this is a side, this really is not a love reading, but it's coming out there. There may be a friend who has romantic feelings for you, and you're going to discover this in the month of November. Now, looking at the energy, I feel a lot of you, there is an energy where you don't really want it to move ahead, okay? Now, of course, use your discernment. If you're completely head over heels with this person yourself, then go for it. I feel like you and this person will have a wonderful relationship. You'll move in together, and, you know, I feel like you'll even get engaged. Some of you, if you're already in a relationship, you may actually get engaged this month. Maybe that's what the diamond is about. Please try to act surprised, especially at the end of the month, okay? But I feel with the Page of Cups here, this energy, this is about you learning more about yourself. Remember, the cup of love starts with the self first. So I feel this is about you being open-hearted, not allowing disappointments or sadness or struggles in life to really get you down. As I said, you're bouncing back. But also I feel this is about you allowing yourself to have that childlike wonder, to really open your heart to playfulness. This card often signifies the beginning of intimacy, to learn more about yourself, but also to deepen your relationships with the people that you really care about in your life. It feels very much like you're ready to open yourself up to enjoying the moment a little bit more. There's something that clicks or unlocks in the month of November for you, and it feels like you're released or free from something, a sadness somehow, and it just feels like, you know, you're embracing the moment, and there's a lot of success and some really great news around you as well, something that's been on your mind. It's almost like some of you may have put in like a petition for something or tried to apply for something, and you may have been waiting for results. Something that's been on your mind is what I'm being given, but it's almost like you get the go-ahead to move forward, or something comes to a completion. For some of you, it could be that you're moving properties or moving overseas. It could also be that you're wondering when you should end a certain cycle in your life. And by that, I mean, some of you may be wondering when is a good time to retire. Some of you may be thinking about when is a good time to leave a neighborhood. Or, you know, I am being given an energy that one of the most important things is to know when to leave, okay? When to leave the party, the job, or the relationship that is not serving us emotionally. And I feel like you are not wasting your wonderful time on circumstances that no longer feel fulfilling for you. I feel like you are being very discerning about your time. Now it says here, fairy tale. Interesting. I haven't got this card yet before. Fairy tale, and it says believe in the impossible. Now this month is all about making the impossible possible, okay? So it says here, daydreams, romantic ending. So a lot of you, if you're looking for love, there's definitely romantic ending here. Universal archetypes, hopeful, magic, unicorns, rainbows, aspire, happy ever after, fanciful stories we tell, okay? Now, I feel this is important because it means you're aligning yourself with a wish, but also this is a very healing period. And when we go through that very difficult healing period, the universe likes to reward us and say, you know what, believe in miracles. Here's hope returning again. And I feel a lot of you have been very tested. You've had a real test of faith. And I feel like you've come through this and you're becoming so aware of what you need in life. And you are learning to articulate yourself from a healthy place to get what you need. But also, I feel something you've been waiting for a long time is showing up for you. Evidence of it happening for you is coming through here. But also, I mean, with the Four of Wands, it highlights celebration, but also preparation. So it's like you celebrate news and then you prepare to accept it. So it could be that you win like some sort of award and then you have to go up and accept it. For some of you, it could be that you win some sort of bursary or scholarship. For some of you, you may have entered a competition and I feel like you could really make a difference in that competition and be rewarded in some way. Feels like a milestone, this. It's like there is a little bit more to go, but I also feel like you make an impact. And, you know, this card, it indicates this is a period of celebration with family and friends as well. But also this card can indicate that you are identifying where you feel like home, okay? Where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you belong. And a lot of you, this could be a period where there's homecoming. So you could have people coming over to your home, for example. There's hustle, bustle there. Home really is where the heart is. And I feel like you are looking at where your heart is right now. And I feel some of you could also travel to places that, you know, have deep meaning for you, like a trip down memory lane there as well. But ultimately, this card indicates being in, you know, periods of letting your hair down and finding time with good company, the people you care about, and just making fun your focus, especially since your fifth house is influencing you. So lots of events, festivals, trying new things at the end of the month. But also the Four of Wands can indicate that you're just trying to create harmony in your life. You just want peace. You just want to, you know, level up in life, find yourself secure in life and, you know, not have to worry about anything. But I feel it's important to recognize no matter what happens, sometimes worry will always be present until we find the root cause. Some of you may be doing some major cathartic release this month, and I feel... Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm being given energy of breathe. Some of you may actually enter into like a somatic kind of breath exercise or some sort of release from tension in the body as well, is what I'm being given. I'm going to pull a card on that Nine of Swords here because this card can also indicate that you are looking at how you talk about yourself. Okay, that inner critic, silencing that inner critic, trying to have more command over your thoughts. But also, you know, this card, it identifies as, you know, fear being false evidence appearing real, you know, identifying that actually when you find the root cause of what is making you fearful, whether it's, you know, you had a very anxious childhood or whether you have learned certain behaviors from people who are unhealed and it's generational wounding, I feel like you're identifying it. And the star energy indicates a lot of healing around you right now. But also I feel some of you are about to embark on new creative endeavors and you may feel a little bit like nervous about showing your work or releasing something or launching something, but I see that it's going to be massively successful here and there's really nothing to worry about. These cards at the end here highlight that, you know, feel the fear, do it anyway. You know, wish will be delivered, you're aligning yourself with a brighter future, and you don't need to worry about what anybody thinks about you or how things will work out. The universe is supporting your endeavors and you're living your authentic life. So what people think about you, that's their problem. It's not yours. So I'm just going to pull a card on this Nine of Swords here. Because Nine of Swords can be a card of anguish. Some of you have just been operating from a very anxious position, and it's almost like it's second nature now. It's just there. It's just natural for you to just be nervous and worry about the worst case scenario. But do be a little bit mindful about, you know, self-catastrophizing there, because sometimes it's very important to recognize thoughts become things. And the more we think about the negative outcome, the more we draw it towards us. We've got the Page of Cups. Interesting. So we've got the Page of Cups here. This can represent someone that you're worried about, okay? For some of you, it could be that you're worried about love. Could be that you are also worried about when you go through periods of self-reflection and you look at what you feel like you haven't got or what you feel like you've lost in life, it actually drains your energy and makes you feel really super down, like you cannot get out of the funk. Some of you may have even gone through a depression there, and I'm not medically trained to talk about that, but I feel like that you will get through this, and I feel a lot of you are rediscovering a part of yourself that really empowers yourself to push on through, but also for some of you, I feel if you're seeking guidance, you may even be surprised with what comes up as a trigger for some of those feelings that you've been going through. But ultimately, the main energy, the Page of Cups, it can be a child that you're worried about. I see there's nothing to worry about here, okay? It's natural to worry. For some of you, it could be empty nest syndrome as well. You could have kids going off to college, or perhaps you have a child that is going into a certain arena in life, and you may be worried about their path. But I feel like, you are guiding this child or these children, and you're doing the best job that you can with the circumstances. You're doing an awesome job. And with that Queen of Wands there, I feel like you're leading by example. So I'm also being given this card of following your heart or following your bliss. And sometimes it can be daunting to do that, because we care so much about something, whether it's a career path, whether it's to move abroad, or whether it's like we find the house of our dreams, for example. We get so pent up about the things that we love, and we feel a crushing low when it doesn't go our way. And I feel like you're trying to learn to temper your emotions a little bit more and not have an attachment to the outcome. And you're going to see a lot more that things positively go in the direction that you hope for. Now, if you're meeting new love, some of you could be a little bit shy or nervous, but I see that there is, wonderful progression. This person is not going to give you any reason to be nervous about the relationship. For some of you, if you separated from a person, it could be with the Nine of Swords that you've been in a period of torment regarding a separation, and your heart, it needs time to heal. Okay, now the person who hurt you will never be the person who heals you. So if a person is coming back to try and heal something with you, of course you can find a solution with that person. I see an olive branch here, but also that person cannot heal your wounds, okay? That is something that you have to do on your own, or with expert guidance is what I see there. And I feel like you will move through this, and there is a brighter time ahead there as well. Now, a lot of you also, there's going to be a lot of partying or going out and having fun at the end of the month, and it may encroach on your sleeping patterns in some way. So try to get as much quality rest as possible. That's what's coming through there too. But the star energy is a lot of success. It highlights a month of clarity, getting the answers that you seek, healing from a lot of things that have been bothering you or worrying you. But also the star energy indicates that you are inspired and you are letting loose your creative passions or exploring the possibilities. So I feel there's a lot of exciting times ahead for you. The star energy also indicates there's a brighter future to look forward to, and you're grateful for all that you have right now, which actually attracts a lot more for you as well there. Now, again, the star energy also indicates that you're embracing new ideas and personal development and growth. You're entering into a new phase of life. Some of you are hitting a milestone in life. So it could be that you had a big birthday back in June to July, and you are really looking at your legacy and your sense of purpose. And I feel that, you are the light that you seek. I feel like you're tapping into all that you are in order to shine your light despite circumstances in life. But I feel there is a creative flair about you right now. And I feel like you're aligning yourself with healthier options in life. And there is a renewal of faith here. But also I feel there's peace of mind. So very explorative time for you. I mean, financially, I'm just going to pull, actually, I'm going to pull some cards on that because there's no pentacles here. Doesn't mean that you're not financially focused. I feel this month for you is about tapping into your emotions and what makes you feel really down or who's disappointed you, because I feel some of you may have been disappointed by a person, but you can heal that with this person and reunite with this person. But the Nine of Swords indicates the sadness or the pain and the worry that it could happen again will always be present unless you articulate your feelings from a healthy place and say, my boundaries are higher and I'm not accepting the same experience. So I feel like you must have an honest, direct conversation where the person you're dealing with takes accountability and responsibility for actions. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so that's really positive. Tell me about the money. I feel like you're secure. Okay, some of you may enter into a family business and be paid that way. For some of you, this is about you attracting more wealth, more affluence. I feel this is a period also where some of you may purchase real estate or invest money into an acquisition that is going to hold its worth. Okay, also I get an energy that you are building your finances, may be able to save a little bit more money than usual. When you get this card, it means you're achieving a certain mastery in your life when it comes to your budget. You know what you can spend, you know what you can save, and I feel like you're building a little nest egg there quite nicely for yourself. And if it's something that perhaps you've been struggling with recently, I feel that you are going to implement a stricter budget this month so that you can build your nest egg, and you're going to surprise yourself. You'll have more money than you expect because I feel like some of you are giving yourself a target there in order to hit some sort of financial savings plan, and you're going to reach it and then some. It's almost like I'm just getting an energy of a game. Some of you may actually implement an app to keep an eye on your finances, and it becomes like a game to attract more money or save more money, and it's going to be really rewarding and fun. Also, I'm seeing someone giving you a gadget that you can utilize in your home space. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like something that you would use in and around the house, but it feels like a very futuristic gadget or something that's very playful. And this person who gives it to you, they really love you and they're very thoughtful. We have Sideways. We have Domain. Thank you so much. Interesting that we have the crab there. Because of course that represents your sign. So you may feel like you're taking sideways steps sometimes. Again, it's kind of this energy of you feel like you're not making progress, but sometimes we have to take like a stepping stone, and the universe wants us to either meet new people or have a new experience or learn something new, and these side steps are very important. Doesn't mean you're not making progress. It means you're having different experiences. And it says here, indirect path to success. So you're still on the road to success there. Exploring all paths. One lead to another, and you're sampling life. That's totally it. This month you are sampling life and everything that it has to offer. So I feel like you're exploring the highs and lows of life and really trying to understand your emotions as well there. We've got Domain. So this is about, your empire, building your empire, and who's allowed to share that empire with you, the people you really care about. It says ruler of your empire, greatness, position of power, large home, respect, and wealth. Some of you may be aspiring to purchase a large home or rent a large home. I feel like you will achieve your desire there. But also, I feel this is about you and being in command of your emotions, being in command of your household, being respected in your house as well. And, elephants, they are very empathetic. So I feel this is about you connecting to people on a different level, and you have a very long memory. So if anyone does you wrong, you'll never forget it. And you may worry that it could happen again, but I feel like whoever this person is that may have disappointed you or you've been having some conflict with, I feel like they will make great strides to make it up to you. But make sure you watch actions over words, because actions will always tell you a person's intentions. And finally, we've got the security card. This is, of course, a padlock there, but there's also an energy of being very independent, exploring things off on your own, being independent, maybe being your own boss, perhaps. This is a card that says planning for the future, long-term success, career, savings, investing, assets, money savvy. And that definitely came out with that 10 of Pentacles there for you. But also this is about being financially independent, but also not allowing anyone to control your energy. I mean, I've got a couple of Cancerians in my life, and you definitely cannot ask them to do something or force them to do something. If they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. And I love that about my beautiful Cancerians, because it means you know yourself on a deep level. And some people say stubborn. I don't like that word. I feel like you stay true to your beliefs. You are immovable sometimes. And, I feel like, of course, life teaches us sometimes to be flexible, but also when you know your own worth and you know what you like and you know what you don't like, why should you move from that? Why should you? Because I feel a lot of you're always giving so much of yourself, but sometimes, it's about drawing a line in the sand and saying enough is enough. I also feel that you are secure in any move you make right now. I feel honor your emotions. Some of you may feel that you've had a setback or that you have lost something, but remember, what is meant for you will never pass you by. And I feel the universe is aligning you with something that you've been wishing for, is aligning you with something that is going to be truly exciting. And whether it's a dream job opportunity or a dream relationship or, the outcome of your dreams, whatever it is you're wishing for right now, because remember that 11th house is influencing you, you shall have it. Okay? And be secure in that knowledge. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, this one is stuck to my hand as well. So we have the skeleton there. I mean, I'm not seeing any skeletons in the closet there, but this is the month where secrets will be revealed. So you may actually discover a long-standing secret there. But with the skeleton, it normally means that, you're doing a bit of decluttering in your life. Anything that is kind of over or you've outgrown or you feel like you want to end, it only signals a new beginning. Some of you may also pick over the bare bones of a relationship or a friendship. Also, I feel with that skeleton there, a lot of you are paying close attention to your body and your health needs this month. So, because, back in the old days where you'd go to a doctor or health professional, the stereotypical thing would be they'd have a skeleton hanging up in the corner there. Okay, they don't have that anymore, of course, which is a relief. But I'm just getting this energy of you kind of making sure that you're running on optimum health levels and energy levels this month, cutting out things that drain your energy, cutting out people who drain your energy as well. And we also have this wonderful rune here, and it is the elk rune. It's the friendship rune. Okay, so this means optimism over negativity, and that's what this month is all about. You'll see an infinite change in your circumstances when you choose the optimistic option. Easier said than done, I know, but also this is about you connecting deeper to friendships. This is a trinket or a rune rather, that indicates a fortunate outcome. Positive outcomes in the future, sealing a deal for some of you. And it basically indicates that this is a great month to really connect to your soul tribe or the people you really care about and enjoy the moment. So I'll leave it there. Very complex reading, may not resonate with everyone, but it's coming out there and have to honor each card and the energy as it comes. So please take it as it resonates. If it resonates in any shape or form, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.